In 2012, reports went viral out of Miami, Florida, when a man attacked another man on the side of the causeway and attempted to eat his face. A similar face-eating attack happened just last year in Florida. Was this the beginning of the zombie apocalypse? No. It turns out both men were intoxicated with a dangerous new designer drug known as bath salts. Designer drugs are made by clandestine chemists or secret chemists in secret labs, where they take known drugs and modify them slightly. That way they hope that they'll have something that has pretty much the same effects, but that's now technically legal to sell. In this case, the clandestine chemist started with the structure of crystal meth, made a few changes I have highlighted here in purple, and came up with MDPV, one of the first bath salts. Only MDPV wasn't really like crystal meth. Instead, it ended up being more like cocaine, only 50 to 100 times more powerful. Well, MDPV was made illegal, but the clandestine chemist just went right back to the drawing board, made a couple of tweaks, and came up with alpha PVP, or flocka. This is what both the bath salt zombies were actually intoxicated with. Not only does it cause violent behavior, it can make its users psychotic, and it's addictive. My research is trying to figure out why, based on the very molecule or structure of the drug. To do that, we take the very structure of the drugs we're studying and make strategic changes by adding or taking away parts of the molecule and then testing it. Right now, I'm making a series of new drugs based on the structure of alpha PVP, but that have different atoms or groups of atoms from the periodic table at the yellow question mark position I have in the bottom right. Those drugs are being tested both in the parts of the brain we think that they bind to and in live rats so that we can get the chemical and behavioral effects. With that information, we're building visual computer models like the one I have in the bottom left here, and mathematical models that can predict the effects of new designer drugs. It's like with Netflix, when you go in and you rate which movies you like and how much, Netflix actually builds mathematical models that can predict how well you're going to like movies that you haven't even seen yet. Our mathematical models can predict the effects of drugs we haven't even seen yet. With that information, we can guide future treatment and harm reduction efforts, as well as inform public policy as we struggle with the question of what to make illegal and why. Thank you.